This segment is sponsored by Family Lifeline.
I'm delighted to be joined today by Katina Williams. She's the new president and CEO of Family Lifeline right here in our greater Richmond region. Katina, it's wonderful to see you today.
Thank you so much for having me.
Oh, it's my pleasure. We've got such an incredible amount of ground to cover here. Let's start at the top. We are welcoming you into the greater Richmond region here with Family Lifeline, but this is home for you. So this is a new role, but this is a familiar space for you to be in.
Yes, it is. I'm very excited to be here to talk about the mission of Family Lifeline and our annual fundraiser, Chaco.
It is an incredible event going into its 16th year. We'll talk more about that in just a little bit, but let's get into the work of Family Lifeline here in our greater Richmond region. Can you paint the picture of the mission of Family Lifeline and the services that are offered, Katina?
Family Lifeline since 1877 have offered services in the home. And so essentially Family Lifeline works at two ends of the lifespan. In the beginning and early childhood, our early childhood programming offers services. And that would be services where a parent educator comes in the home, a registered nurse, and access to behavioral health services through our clinical social workers. And essentially, we help families in a multi-generational way, working with the parents and helping them track the developmental milestones of their young children from birth to 5, increase the attachment of parents to their children, tracking birth outcomes, and providing services right there in your home. And right now virtually. At the other end of our spectrum, we're working with older adults, and we do that in 3 different ways. And so one is a home care program that offers daily assistance with activities of daily living for older adults and people with disabilities. So assisting individuals with housekeeping, bathing, cooking, and spending time with them throughout their day. Our second program is the Visiting Volunteers program, which we recruit community volunteers and provide an hour of connection with our older adults in the community. And then we have a care coordination program that really helps a family who has an older adult or a person with disabilities connect with resources within our region.
As you're describing these critical services in our community, so many folks are saying, yes, I identify with that. Yes, I identify with that. And I would imagine too, as the sandwich generation, there are a lot of folks that identify across the board. The need is pretty demanding in our region, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Currently, particularly during this time of the pandemic, our services are at a very high demand of both ends, parents who are expecting, have small children, and older adults, and particularly as our family caregivers who want to maintain their working schedules, but also want to ensure that their older adults and their family members are well taken care of.
Katina, you're from this area. You've worked with the organization for a number of years before taking this role. This work is really important to you.
It is very important to me. A lot of my work in nonprofits have been with families, and I worked in homeless services. And towards the end of that time period, working with older adults who some have experienced homelessness at the first time really brings together my two passions of working with both those ends of the spectrum in Family Lifeline.
We've talked about how important and critical this work really is in our community. It's really important to have support to make that work possible. You mentioned the Chaco event as we got started this morning. It's entering its 16th year. This is a huge fundraiser for Family Lifeline.
It is a very huge fundraiser. It's our Sweet 16, as we like to call it, our Chaco event that is the Sweetest Party in Richmond reimagined. This year, we'll have to do it virtually, and we've created some very innovative ways to be able to do that. Essentially, you will buy what is called a Chaco in a Box, where we have mosaic catering. A lot of the chocolate vendors that are part of our Chaco event will have treats in the box. You go to chacorva.com, and you can purchase your box at different levels, and you'll pick it up on February 4th, the day of the event. And then on that day, February 4th, we'll have an hour-long presentation, which will include entertainment, some cooking demonstrations, and mission moments. You'll get to experience some of our staff and the families that are recipients of our services.
So you have the opportunity to spend the evening together, and I am incredibly honored to share that I'll be serving as MC for that event. So I get to spend the evening virtually with everyone enjoying Chaco. Thank you so much for the work that you're doing in the community.
Thank you so much for having me once again, and we look forward to seeing everybody on February 4th.
We sure do. We'll share all the information so that you can learn more about the services offered from Family Lifeline and the upcoming Chaco event on February the 4th.
The 16th annual Chaco event is Thursday, February 4th at 7 p.m. on Facebook. Our very own Jessica Knoll, Yes, I Love Chaco event will serve as MC for the virtual event, and you can pre-order Chaco House Party Box and Surprise and Delight raffle tickets. For more information, visit chacorva.com. Family Lifeline is located at 2325 West Broad Street right here in Richmond. You can give them a call at 804-282-4255. Visit them online at familylifeline.org. They are also on social media too, Facebook and Instagram at Family Lifeline.